Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Teen Mom 2, Season 10, Episode 11. Okay? If you have not done so already, please come over to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird. Dun, 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 and all that goodness and stuff. It is 3:22 in the morning. We're going to skip past all the, relax, relate, release, inhale, exhale, all that stuff or whatever. I will say, as y'all know, some of y'all may know, YouTube was giving copyright strikes, not to me, but to other YouTubers. And it was because of the screenshots we used to show y'all the characters or whatever, bad being petty. And I did not get any copyright infringements at all or any copyright strikes from any of my stuff, but to be safe, I'm going to start using cartoon characters, okay, to be a stand-in for whoever I'm talking to until I feel like, YouTube won't come after me either. So we're going to see how that goes, okay? So when y'all see these pictures of the people, just know that's the reason why I'm going to start trying to use cartoons. Or if I can't think of no cartoon characters or whatever, I will use nothing, okay? Anyway, so first up we have Chelsea. Chelsea is in her car with Aubrey or whatever, no, she in the car with whoever. And she brings up how Aubrey would no longer, is it Aubrey? Girl, I think it's Aubrey, would no longer be going over Adam's parents' house unless she wants to go. Now, I feel like, can she legally do that? Because I'm like, if they have a court order, I don't think she can legally do that. But I also feel like she know or feel like his Adam's parents won't try and take her to court. I think she know they don't want to be fighting in court. Because who got the money to keep going to court? So Chelsea, you ain't shit for that. I'm going to leave that be or whatever. They then say they bought some land. They want to build a house or whatever. I'm like, okay, the house still not built right now. I think it was almost built, but not finished. I think at least within the summertime or whatever. I don't know how COVID slowed that down or whatnot, but last I checked, it wasn't finished. But again, that was, honey, had to be in like May or June or maybe July. I don't know. She brings up how, I think I had postpartum before because there was so much stuff going on and between the house, the land in the house, and me being a mom. You know how she be, making everything times 10 or whatever. But she thought she had postpartum last year because she was so self-conscious. She was all insecure, and she felt like if she wasn't being a mom, if she was doing anything else besides being a mom, people would judge her. I feel like more people judged her for just being a mom, or for not just being a mom. I don't want to say that. I think more people judged her for making it seem like she couldn't do anything else besides be a mom. I think more people wanted her to be more than just, the kid's mama and Cole's wife. You can be much more than that as a woman in these worlds and whatnot. So now she said she's happy that clothing line she's working with, that she had a coat and some flannels from, wants to do more stuff. She got to fly to LA to look at some jeans during COVID, honey. And this is the early stages of COVID, so that's when nobody knew nothing. But I'm like, who keep flying and keep traveling when an unknown disease is running rampant around the world? Stupidity people, then whatnot. Okay, so she fly to LA with the people or whatever. They walk around with no mask or whatever, just breathing the same air and whatnot or whatever. She then gets home because Cole was home with the kids or whatever, and Cole and Aubrey then on the news, COVID this and COVID that and blah blah blah, and lazy this and she's sitting looking like, I probably have it. We're gonna probably get it. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna have all the anxiety in the world. She probably felt like I can do a whole new season with this anxiety, but we know this is her last season. Yay! Or whatnot. So that's all that it was for Chelsea. Now she back home, with them children or whatever. Now we then have Leah. Okay, Leah, calls us. Leah calls her sister and tells her sister that, even though they were planning for Leah, the sister, that baby, was going to go to is it Puerto Rico? I think Puerto Rico. Or was it Costa Rica? It was Costa Rica. To visit the sister's baby daddy, who she got pregnant by on the whim on a vacation or whatever. The daddy ain't met the baby in person because, again, he lives where? In Costa Rica. So because of the whole COVID thing or whatever, and Jeremy told her, you probably should not be traveling because your daughter has a weakened immune system. Something could go wrong, okay? So she decided, I'm not going to fly out. So she calls the sister to her sister, I don't want to go, but I feel like Leah must have been paying for the trip because Leah not going should not prevent the sister from going. So I'm like, why the sister said that she can't go? Why can't she go by herself? You and your baby can go see the daddy. Okay, I'm not, I'm gonna leave that be or whatever. But she like, we can plan the trip later, when this is over, girl. But again, this is off the beginning stages of when COVID hit. So nobody knew. Remember, in the beginning, we thought, 2-3 weeks shutdown, and that's it. Girl, that turned into, we still going on right now. Anyway, so we had that. Now she not going. The sister can figure it out later. We then see production stops filming. At least stops filming with Leah in them and whatnot. So we see Leah on her phone talking to the producer on his phone or whatever, filming herself like, the kids here with me. They gonna stay with me just so they can be safe and stuff or whatnot. Now she at home with the kids. They doing all kinds of stuff around the house. She just making house fun or whatever. She brings up how the kids do miss their daddies, okay? But Addie, I guess, was crying about missing her daddy, but he at work or whatever. So she let Addie go see Jeremy's mama because the mama had not been went. She ain't left the house. So she's, clean and safe or whatever. And the twins stayed with Leah. And they don't want her to go anywhere because, again, Leah can get sick. I feel like because Jeremy and Corey have regular jobs, they probably still out in the world or whatever, so the girls can't be around them. But I mean, it was what it was and whatnot, so we'll see what happens with them next week and stuff. Okay, we then have Kale and all the kids of her life, okay? Anyway, so she has now told the kids that she's pregnant, okay? But she told the kids off camera and private because she felt like they're going to have all these questions about mama. Them kids have been look, Isaac should be an expert about you having kids. Okay, this is with his third time around. I ain't got no questions or whatever, but they didn't have no question. They didn't have nothing besides, okay, I want a brother or a sister. And she said, when she asked them, do y'all want to know, like, who's the father? They said, Chris, the man you've been stalking your whole life or whatever. So we do see her at a photo shoot with her and V, because her and V, Chris, is tight as thieves these days. I think it's so funny the way she hated V in the beginning of V and Joe's relationship is the same way she hates Lauren with Javi, but she just refuses to be cool with with Lauren. I feel like it's dumb. How do you want to have this co-parenting bonding relationship with one baby daddy's person or whatever, but you don't want to be cool and with Lauren? Girl, Javi can't be that good because she only had one baby with him. Anyway, that was not nice, but it's true. Anyway, she's talking to V about what's going on or whatever, and how she told Joe and how Joe had texted V and told V right before Kale texted V, and she said, Joe just said it's happening again. She's pregnant again. I'm like, the fact that your baby did have to say, yep, another baby. Okay. Anyway, she then tells V how, she and her and Chris ain't gonna have nothing to do with each other, whatever. Chris ain't been there for Link. Is it Lincoln Isaac? What's the kid name? Lux. Has not been. Is it Lux? I don't know. The first baby she had with him, he ain't been there for that baby that much or whatever. And so she's not going to put his name on the new baby's birth certificate or whatever because he'll have to fight me to get his name on the birth. I'm like, well, damn, but it means he will have less rights to that child because she did not list him on the birth certificate. So he would really have to fight to get his name on there then to get any rights as a father. I mean, had he been an active good father to the other kid, I would say Kale is wrong. You can't be doing that. You don't want to deprive a father rights with child. But I mean, Chris ain't a good father, as what she said, whatever. So I don't think that's an issue. If you ain't here for the first one, I don't want you to be here for the second one. But I also feel like, wouldn't that make that one kid feel awkward? Like, why they, what I'm saying? When I give my birth certificate, what's different with me? I think Kale should think more about who she had kids with. You know what I'm saying? Because later in life, the kid, girl, they all got different names. And because Isaac got Joe's last name. Isaac has Joe's last name. Lincoln has Hobby's last name. And I'm guessing these last two either has Kale's last name or girl, who knows? Girl, just stop it. Just stop having children or whatnot. Anyway, so she then has like a little gender reveal party for the boys to find out if it's a boy or girl. We know it was a boy because she didn't have a little boy. Isaac wanted a sister. He said, I wanted a sister over here, even though she brings up, like, well, your dad has a sister over there. And he said, yeah, but I want a sister in this house. Kale then said, well, I guess I'll have to try again. No, you don't. Unless you make that baby in the laboratory and it's for sure, girl, don't try to get pregnant again. And then who gonna be the father this time? Who? Can't be. And please, girl, Kale, just stop. I get she wants a huge family because she was the only child, but I mean, 4 is enough. It's okay. They will all have a great time. If Kale get a good man in her life and get married, and then she wants to have more, I get that. But, bringing kids into this world who all have different fathers, which means they're all spread out, and can't spend as much time together, I think it's kind of crazy. I think it's like you spread the kids too thin. It's already a thing where they each is gone at different times with their own daddies. If you have a fifth kid with a new baby daddy, what that fifth kid gonna do when it's just it's teen too much? That's why I picked her as Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, okay? Anyway, we then have Jade, okay? Jade, la 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 la. She reminds me of Daria. So Jade let her mama see the daughter, okay? Even though Sean was against it, the mama was able to see the daughter, but Jade made sure to supervise. Sean wanting Jade to supervise her mom while she is visiting the baby makes complete sense. Your mother is a crackhead. Your mother is at the very, very least, she's a drug addict of some sort. Even if she don't smoke crack, she does some kind of drug that you are aware of. There's never a reason to not supervise a known drug addict who you have not proven that they are clean. There's never a reason to not supervise them with your kid. Okay, anyway, she brings up how the mama and the daddy, whatever, still there like a little motel or whatever. So they're not homeless. They are homeless. They're not roomless. They have a room or whatever. Jay brings up how she wants her mom to be able to babysit without her having to watch her babysit. She wants her daughter to be able to hang out with her parents. Your parents are on drugs. The first thing you need to address is the drug addicts in your family. Now, we've already addressed Sean's drug habit. Now you need to address your parents, or just leave them be, but don't make it seem as if it's a simple thing for them to have a kid. That's just stupid. That's how accidents happen. You leave your kid with a drug addicted family member, and then some bullshit go on, and then you pissed when something go wrong. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be too. But she also brings up how I just want Chloe, the daughter, to have a well-rounded, loving family bond with my family and with your family as well. You know what I'm saying? She need to see your family too. What he then brings about, he knows that he needs to fix things with his family, because he has been estranged from them for years, okay? And I'm like, what's going on there? Now, he later brings up how his sister, who he has not seen in 7 years, he reached out, for her to come visit them or whatever. And so sister comes back. So we found out the reason he has been distant from his family isn't because of anything they did to him. It's because of his drug habit. At that baby's birthday party, when he got there and his grandparents were there, he flipped out and left. I thought they either did something to him, but no. They kind of distanced themselves from him because he was so bad as a drug addict. You have to kind of, exercise the demon when they are, clearly in their addiction and clearly, a danger to themselves and to anyone around them. So that's the reason he is estranged from the family. And I'm like, well, that's something. Now he said that now that he's clean and sober, he realizes that he was the issue. The things he did, said, and whatever actions he did at that point in time was the reason his family said, we can't fuck with you. We done or whatnot. But he's better now. Now the sister get there. What was her name? I don't remember. But she was happy to see him. They was hugging and happy to see each other, whatever. Chloe, the little baby, was even very happy to see her auntie. I guess they had been seeing each other like via, FaceTime or whatever. And it was a good time or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They talked about how bad he used to be. Okay, he brings about he knows that he just does not want to be like Jade's parents. He doesn't want to be a grown adult in my older years, my child grown, but now I'm still struggling on drugs. I don't want to be homeless, living from room to room, from motel to motel, or just homeless because I have an addiction. I don't want to be. I want to stay clean. Matter of fact, I want the whole family, her family and mine alike. I want us all to be better and good. I mean, Jade, mom, and them isn't going to get clean. They won't get clean until someone lets them know, you do know that we know that you're on drugs, right? Like, no one even addresses it. Jade makes it seem as if because she is not drug tested them, oh, well, I don't know, drug test their ass, okay? And if they come up clean, okay, my batch, they clean. But I'm like, I don't think they is. And Jay gets home, whatever, the sister, they sit around and eat some food, bring up how good Sean has been since he's been clean or whatever, and how she wishes her parents could do that too. I mean, eventually they will, when they can't fix their room no more. And then lastly, we have Brianna. I'm like, it looks like her. Anyway, so she was out here talking with her friend or whatever. That girl who's her friend, and she at the house. It was at the house, and she brings up how I talked to Devon, I talked to Lewis or whatever together, and I told them this and that and whatnot. So now I need to send them a text to tell them how much I want them to pay me per month per child in child support. She wants them each to pay her $250. Okay, so it's $500 a month that she would get in child support. And I'm like. She came up with an amount they can afford, but I feel like she makes so much more money. Girl, okay, they have to pay their share. I want to make that clear. They have to pay their share, but I still feel like you make so much money, but I'm gonna leave it being with that. Okay, I feel like Devon is so involved, or much more involved in Nova's life than Lewis is and Stella's. I feel like if he couldn't afford to pay $250 a month, he makes up for that in the time he tried to spend over there with not only Nova but with Stella. But I'ma leave that because again, they do have to chip in for them kids or whatever. So we then see her family and her friend or whatever at the carnival hanging out, and she brings up how she posted on social media how she has like a new little boo thing or whatnot. But she then said, well, it was supposed to be a secret. It wasn't nobody supposed to know. And friend said, well, you posted it on social media. How was that a secret? I'm like, okay, girl, she dumb. Okay, anyway, so she brings up how the person she's dating is a secret. It's really a secret because he isn't fully available. Meaning she's fucking somebody's husband. Okay, she's either fucking somebody's husband or someone who knowingly has a man. No one says I'm dealing with a person and the reason they are a secret is because they're not fully available. Means they are currently in another relationship. Period. Okay, and I'm like, oh, you a sad hoe. Oh, okay. You a sad little bitch. Alright, she said, I sometimes have the worst luck in me. No, you make fucked up decisions. You was fucking Lewis raw, got burnt. Now you fucking somebody's husband or somebody's man, bitch. You are knowingly admitting to fucking someone who was attached to someone on national television and you say that you want your girls to know that, you know, you can't let a man do whatever, you want their fathers to be better representations and examples for them, but you are on television knowingly admitting that you're fucking someone who is in a relationship. You nasty bitch. And whoever dude is, you nasty bitch. Y'all both is what? Some nasty bitches. Okay, I'm gonna let that be. She also brings up how she doesn't think that their relationship is going to go anywhere. It's not even a relationship. She just fucking that man, okay? It's not nothing serious. We're just having fun, and we both know it can't go anywhere because he's married. That's what it is. He's a married man. It can't go no further. So, you know what I'm saying? We just having fun. I'm caught up in it or whatever, and I'm not going to tell anybody about it. The best friend know who dude is or whatever. Something like you, this is flawed because you was like not even something like you wrong, but I would never ever encourage or not even, I won't say allow, but I would never like be cool with my friend if they tell me you fucking somebody's husband or someone attached, because I would not want anyone to do that to you. Lewis cheated on you. That last boy cheated on you. Why would you then get with somebody and help them cheat on someone else? You dirty bitch. Anyway, we then see her saying, oh, he invited me to Puerto Rico, so we going to Puerto Rico. I'm like, bitch, what? This is again when the pandemic first started to happen and COVID was going all around. Why are you traveling to another country during the pandemic? You have children. You just told your baby daddy that you could not afford to be paying them bills on your own. But you going to Puerto Rico and she gonna have her mama watch the kids, the girl. So her mom was like, okay, so like who's the guy? What's going on? She told her mama, well, you know, it's none of your business. I don't want to tell you anything. She's like, was he married or what's going on? Brianna would not tell her mama who she going with or nothing. And she like, but what if you what if he killed you? Like, what if you disappear? How can I not know like really where you are and who you're with? This bitch was acting as if she wasn't leaving her children with her mother. Girl, look, if I have to watch your kids, I need to know who you are with. I feel like whoever it is, the mama know he involved, and she don't want her mama to say, daughter, you ain't shit. Because as long as Roxanne don't know how foul she is, she would defend that girl. I'm going to leave that be too. But Roxanne do say, look, you know, you too special. You know, don't be trusting anybody, whatever. You know, don't be over there, like, wear gloves, use hand sanitizer, whatever, and use condoms. And the fact that Brianna got mad because her mom said wear condoms, I'm like, bitch, you just caught an STD 4 episodes ago. Your cooch, is your cooch clean? We don't know if your cooch is clean. Your cooch could be dirty from that dude, girl. For all we know, Mary dude gave it to her and then she gave it to Lewis. Okay? Dirty cooch heifer. Anyway, she goes to Puerto Rico despite she's saying on the ride to the airport, I shouldn't go. It's a pandemic, you know, the things. And she went anyway, okay? Girl, and gonna tell her friend once you're there, I feel like I'm catching feelings a little bit. I do think I'm in lust. You old nasty heifer. You fucking somebody's husband. And don't, girl, Brianna is gonna reap what she sowed. Dirty cooch. Dirty coochie. I don't like anybody who knowingly sexes with somebody they know is attached. And when you say he's not fully available, that means he's fully attached, okay, to somebody else. Oh, nasty heifer. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.
So filled with stress.